Okay, so today our question is, what if the people that suck you down are grandparents/family? Oh, that is fun, isn't it? So I have talked a little bit about who you surround yourself with. It's something that I think is really important as we're raising our kids, especially that we are aware of who is closest to us, who influences us, who we allow to speak truth into our lives. This affects how we parent. It affects how our children see us interact. It affects so many things. I've said that I don't believe it's good that we sit around and talk bad about people. I think people have enough of their own things to talk about, that we don't need to be talking bad about other people. We don't want our kids to grow up thinking that that's what we do. We get together with friends and we talk bad about people. And so we want to be really careful of that. When the people that kind of suck you down or have that negative stuff going on are family, that makes it a little bit trickier because things just get a little bit more involved when it's family. And so I do understand that that makes it a little bit harder. What I would do is I would first set an example. How do I live my life? What does my example say? Lead by example. When you show people who you are, a lot of times it kind of puts some of that stuff, a natural boundary around it. So they know, oh, she's not going to be talking about people, or he's not going to be lying, things like that, manipulating, stuff like that. So I think when we lead by example, that's a really great place to start. And then from there, I would go with setting boundaries. Maybe start small. If you're not comfortable with that in the beginning, you can always start small and say, I feel this way when you do that, or I would prefer if. Is there a way that we can, come together on this thing? However that's going to look, depending on what the topic is and what the conversation is. Hopefully people will be responsive to that. It may take some time. You need to be patient with people and loving with people. If they're not responsive to that and they're not receiving that, I do believe you teach people how to treat you. And so I don't want to be anybody's doormat. That doesn't feel good to me. I don't believe that's a healthy relationship. And so I would set a little bit more of a firm boundary, as in this needs to change or else I'm not going to be able to continue doing this thing. So, if it's something like someone making a demand on you about, you will be here for dinner, or you will do it, we want to have a conversation about, I don't like having demands placed on me. I understand your intentions are good. However, if this continues, then, if people want to get together and talk bad, like maybe you're at your family things and they're, oh my gosh, so da, you can change the subject, or you can say, I really don't feel comfortable talking bad about people. It's just not something that I'm interested in. So I just think we lead by example. We can be loving. We don't need to be rude, and we can set a boundary. I don't think we need to feel bad for setting a boundary. And I do believe that people that genuinely want to be in your life typically will kind of fall into your boundaries because the relationship with you is valuable. And if they have to do it in this manner, then they'll figure out how to make that work. I hope that this helps. I know that that's not an easy one.